Check 1, 2. There we go. Okay. It sounds good from here. Okay, good balance.
What did you know? Because I was betting you might not.
Did you have another donut?
I don't know. Wait, what?
Did you have another donut?
I didn't.
2 donuts?
Wait, I'm allowed to have 2 donuts?
There's all kinds of other treats outside too, so you should wait.
This mic definitely works. This mic is working. It's just you're quite quiet.
I'm excited.
I know.
to
I
the
don't
pageant,
like
man.
chewing
I'm
on
really
mics.
excited.
But give me just a moment. We only have 4 minutes.
Mom, I'm hungry still.
Sound check 1, 2.
No, that's
Squire. Yeah, that,
What?
I can already tell that's Squire.
Okay. I like that as a singer. I don't have to climb on top.
Get that.
Get up, you gotta eat it.
I'm gonna have to.
I'll deal with it.
Yeah.
Not to worry.
Mom, do you want this chocolate cookie? You can have it. You have it.
Yes. Okay.
I'm not really hungry. No, I'm gonna save it for later. They didn't put that much sparkles on it. Plus, this one's too hard. I don't want to break my tooth. Everyone is torturing me with this. Everyone is torturing me with this song. Almost.
That's what it feels like to be a celebrity or a pop star. Everyone's always around you fixing things and fixing your costume.
I'm like, why? I can't. This is also bothering me. Take this off. So I can't talk really loud. It is. See?
La 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 la.
Why would I talk? I'm gonna just put it down right here and then when it starts I can just.
Welcome to the Unitarian Universalist Fellowship of Fredericksburg. We're situated on the ancestral homeland of the Rappahannock and the Potawatomi tribes, and where enslaved people were forced to work on the land. We acknowledge that this land holds many histories, great stories, and the blood of a people. Good morning. I'm Carmela Southers. My pronouns are she and her, and I'm your worship associate this morning. Here at the UUFF, we come together both in person and online as one community. We strive to nurture learning, inspire spiritual insights, create compassionate relationships, and lovingly transform our community and the world. If you're joining as a guest or a first-time visitor here in the building or online, we're glad you're here. Those in the building are invited to leave contact information at the welcome table in the foyer. For those joining us online, please visit the worship portal on our website, uuffxbg.org, and fill out our connection card. Whether in person or online, this allows our ministers and staff to get in contact with you in the week to come. Everyone is invited to fill out a card about a personal, significant joy or concern you're currently facing. In person, please use the cards at the Joys and Concerns table in the foyer. Online, please use the worship portal on our website for the Joys or Concerns form. Although we will not be reading them today in the pageant service, we, through our pastoral care team, want to connect with you to provide support. Please join us after the service for coffee and conversation and to decorate our building. Please join me in reading in unison our words for lighting the chalice. We light this chalice to celebrate universal. Let's do it with emotions this time. Okay. We light this chalice to celebrate Unitarian Universalism. This is the Church of the Open Mind. This is the Church of the Helping Hands. This is the Church of the Loving Heart. Together we care for our earth and work for friendship and peace in our world.
Good morning. My name is Roddy Bell Shelton Biggs. I use they, them pronouns and have the honor of serving as your intern minister. This year, we are lighting Advent candles for the 4 Sundays leading up to Christmas. As Unitarian Universalists, It is valuable for us to reconsider and reinterpret the traditions of our ancestors. Our UU faith grows from Christian roots. Some UUs identify as Christians, others don't. We have Jewish UUs. We have Buddhist UUs, humanist and pagan UUs, and Unitarian Universalists who don't see the need for hyphens or modifiers, for they're simply UU. Together, we grow and we change our spiritual practices. Last week, we lit the first candle for hope. And today, we will relight the hope candle. And we will light a candle for peace. So what I'd like to do is invite one of our children to come forward and help me light the candle. So does anyone want to do that? If you want to hold on to this with me, and we're going to go to this one. And then we're going to come right here to this one. Thank you. As we prepare for a new era of justice, reconciliation, and freedom, we know that hope and peace are possible.
Welcome, all, into a moment of silence. The city of Jesus' birth, Bethlehem, is situated in a part of the world that is currently beset with destruction and war. We call into this moment of silence the power of peace and recognize that the many truths that must be heard to move the world towards reconciliation and love. Details. Light one candle for the Maccabee children, give thanks that their light didn't die. Light one candle for the strength they endured when their right to exist was denied. Light one candle for the terrible sacrifice justice and freedom demand. Light one candle for the wisdom to know when the peacemaker's time is at hand. Don't let the light go out, it's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out, let it shine for love and our tears. Light one candle for the strength that we need to never become our own foe. Light one candle for those who are suffering pain we left so long ago. Light one candle for all we believe in, let anger not tear us apart. Light one candle to bind us together with peace as a song in our heart. Don't let the light go out, it's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out, let it shine for our love and our tears. Part of the memory is valued so highly that we keep it alive in that flame. What's the commitment to those who have died? Shall we cry out they've not died in vain? We have come this far, always believing that justice will not somehow prevail. This is the burden, this is the promise, and this is why we will not fail. Don't let the light go out, it's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out, let it shine through years. Don't let the light go out. It's lasted for so many years. Don't let the light go out. Let it shine through our love and our tears.
To our annual pageant, and this is going to be a little bit different this year. We're going to be depending on you all to participate, and we will tell you how to do that. So let's have Arden and Bee come on up.
What's up with that?
We begin our story in the little town of Bethlehem, and that means we're going to need some villagers, and that means you. Yep, the entire congregation is going to be the people of Bethlehem.
So every time you hear Bee or Arden say the words, "It's so bright," you all say, "What's up with that?" Let's try it. So they might say something like, "I've never seen a star like that. It's so bright."
What's up with that?
Excellent.
So one evening in Bethlehem, two villagers were coming home from work. They were sore and tired from working in the fields all day, but they stopped in the middle of the street and looked up at the sky.
You know, I'm kind of getting annoyed with this whole star thing. I mean, where did it come from anyway?
And I can't get away from it. It keeps me up at night because it's so bright.
What's up with that?
Good question. What is up with that? What's up with a star that just appears out of nowhere?
It's a sign, an omen of some kind. Perhaps something very, very good, or very, very bad, is going to happen because, you know, it's so bright.
What's up with that?
Yeah, I'm not really into the whole omen thing. I'm more, science-based.
Sure, but the evidence suggests that such a star is likely to bring many things to our little village. People will come here to gaze upon it, to learn about it, because you can't ignore the fact that it's so bright.
What's up with that?
Good question. I have a feeling we'll find out the story is still unfolding.
Indeed it is. Good job, everyone. Please rise in body or spirit to join in singing hymn 246, O Little Town of Bethlehem.
Above thy deep folks in Bethlehem were perusing the sky and wondering, what's up with that? There were two people who had just arrived in town, Joseph and Mary. They had to go to Bethlehem because of a new tax law, even though Mary was very, very close to having her baby. And they had to travel almost 100 miles with the help of a friendly donkey. But in Bethlehem, they found that all the inns and hotels and Airbnbs were full. Or they cost too much. Finally, one innkeeper told them they could stay in the stables with the animals. And in that stable, there was a cow, a duck, and a horse.
So who wants to come up to be a cow, a duck, or a horse?
So we need all the children of all ages to come up to be a cow, a duck, or a horse. So, props. Yeah.
Come on, you can get some costume things there. Excellent. Great. And you can stay right there around that thing on the red stand. Right. Excellent. So, okay, so what sound are the cows going to make?
Moo.
And what sound are the ducks going to make? Great ducks. And what sound are the horses going to make?
Excellent. You all are great. So for this scene, Bee and Arden are going to be joined by a special guest star, Reverend Doug. Come on up. Reverend Doug will say all the words that the animals say to each other, but of course, Mary and Joseph can't understand them.
So every time you hear, but all Mary and Joseph heard was, you make your animal noise, okay? So let's practice.
I'll say something like, the animals just kept talking and talking to each other, but all Mary and Joseph heard was...
Moo. Moo.
Quack, 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 quack.
Neigh. Neigh.
Neigh.
Neigh.
Great, great.
So, a cow, a duck, and a horse were hanging out in the stable late one night when all of a sudden the door opened and a man and a pregnant woman and their donkey came inside and start making themselves at home.
They don't belong in a stable.
Yeah, they should be in the inn with the other human types.
Nay, I mean, what's going on?
But all Mary and Joseph heard was...
Nay.
Quack, 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 quack.
A place should have been set aside for pregnant people.
Do you think they have somewhere better to stay?
And if not, maybe someone could have welcomed them there.
But all Mary and Joseph heard was...
Yep, typical human type problems.
I wish they could go somewhere else.
But all Mary and Joseph heard was... Quack, 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 moo, moo. Good moo. Finally, the tired old donkey lifted his head. He looked at the cow, the duck, and the horse, and he said, "Ee-yaw! Why don't you try it? You try riding 90 miles on the back of an old swayback donkey like me when you're so pregnant you can't even see your feet. You try being an expectant dad worried about the woman you love and the child she carries. You try being me, watching every step I take so I don't jostle this woman who's just trying to get here safely. You try it." And the cow, the duck, and the horse felt very, very bad, and they cried out, "Moo!"
Nice job, everybody. You could.
Sorry,
Good. It's a bit great. I'm sorry, I'll offer them some milk.
I'm sorry, I'll leave them an egg.
I'm sorry. I'll take them wherever they need to go.
But all Mary and Joseph heard was,
All right, nice job, everybody. You can all head back to your seats and rise in body and spirit as we sing hymn 237, The First Noel.
"Yeah, you did good."
The first Noel, the angel did say, was to certain poor shepherds in fields where they lay, in fields where they lay keeping their sheep on a cold winter's night that was so deep. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel. They looked up and saw a star shining in the east beyond empire, and to the earth it gave great light, and so it continued both day and night. Noel, 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 born is the King of Israel.
Give to the UUFF. You help us nurture learning, inspire spiritual insights, and lovingly transform our community and the world. For those gathered in person, greeters will be coming around with a basket for donations. All are also invited to donate via text message to the number 844-963-2785. Or you may visit our website on uufxbg.org/giving. Our offertory will now be gratefully received. has been shared and freely given here help us grow in generosity and caring for the world of which we are a part. Scene 3. What's that noise? For this scene, we need folks to play a very important role. In fact, we need everyone, the whole congregation, to be the baby Jesus.
Now, the first sound most babies make is a really loud cry. But not this baby. Nope. The baby looks around and sees his mom and dad for the first time. Then he looks over their heads and he sees a cow with big brown eyes, and a horse with a really long nose, and a donkey with big tall ears. And sitting between the donkey's ears is a duck. So the first sound out of baby Jesus isn't a cry, it's a big laugh.
So every time you hear the innkeeper say, "What was that noise?" you're all going to laugh. Let's practice.
Gee, I was just sleeping nice and quiet, and suddenly I heard something. What was that noise? Excellent.
And to play the innkeeper, we have a special guest star, Drake.
Come on up, Drake. Woo! I'll come stand with you. So here's what's going on. The innkeeper, who told Mary and Joseph that they'd have to sleep in the barn, is tossing and turning in her bed.
Can't sleep tonight. For one thing, those animals are making a heck of a lot of noise. But when I finally got to sleep, I thought I heard something. Now, what was that noise? There it is again!
So the innkeeper woke up their partner, who could sleep through just about anything, and asked,
Did you hear something? I'm sure I heard something. What was that noise?
But the innkeeper's partner just rolled over and went back to sleep. So the innkeeper went outside to see what they could find. But the streets were empty and silent. Still, they knew there was something out there, and they wondered aloud.
What was that noise? There it is again. Sounds like it's coming from the stables. I'll go check it out.
So the innkeeper went across the courtyard and through the stable door, and there were Mary and Joseph, who had been kicked out of the inn that afternoon. And the innkeeper said to them,
I'm sorry I made you sleep in the stable, and I'm sorry that I'm barging in you all like this, but I just have to know, what was that noise? Oh my gosh, it's your baby?
And the innkeeper realized that the newborn baby had been laughing all along. And suddenly the innkeeper was full of love for this vulnerable little child, and full of hope too. And the innkeeper said to Joseph and Mary,
I'm going to go and tell everybody that you have the most wonderful baby with the most wonderful laugh there ever was.
And the innkeeper ran out onto the streets of Bethlehem to tell everyone the good news.
Please rise in body or spirit and join us in singing hymn 239, Go Tell It on the Mountain.
You're good.
Go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. While shepherds camp there watching, or silent flocks by night, be
For the next scene, we'll need Bea, Arden, and Tate.
Special guest star Tate this time.
Scene 4, Talking with the Angels.
So, now we're out in the fields with the shepherds, and they're in for a big surprise, because there's a whole angels heading their way. So we're going to need a whole bunch of angelic children to come up here and play the angels. Come
Who
on
wants
up.
to come up here and be an angel? We have wings and halos. Legally certified.
You all look
angels,
great.
right?
Other way. Yeah. Okay. You all look great, angels. So now we're out in the field with the shepherds, and they're in for a big surprise because there is a whole host of angels heading their way. So we're going to need oh, I did that already, sorry. We have our angelic children. Now, sometimes angels talk to us and we don't even know it. If we're lucky, we might hear something like, "Ah." So every time you hear me say, "Then the angel said," you're all going to sing, "Ah." I'll say something like, "The shepherds didn't know what to do, so they said to the angels, 'Hey, what should we do?' And the angels said, 'Ah.'" Excellent. So here's the deal. There are 3 shepherds out watching their sheep. 2 of them are fast asleep, but one is staring up at the bright star in the sky. Then the shepherd who's awake starts to notice that some new stars are shining alongside that bright star. Then there are lots of new stars. Then the stars start getting bigger and bigger, and the shepherd realizes there aren't stars at all, but angels flying towards them, getting closer and closer, and the shepherd wakes up the 2 other shepherds and points up to the sky, and all 3 of them fall to their knees as they look up at the whole host of angels hovering in the air. And the angels said, "Ah."
What'd they say?
I don't know. I couldn't understand a word.
They said we have to go to Bethlehem.
Wait, you see Angel?
Why didn't you tell us?
It's just something I picked up.
And the angel said,
What'd they say this time?
What's the deal?
Well, loosely translated, something like, "Do not be afraid, for see, I am bringing you good news of great joy for all the people. To you is born in this day in the city of David a Savior, who is the Messiah, the Lord. This will be a sign for you. You will find a child wrapped in bands of cloth and lying in a manger."
They said all that?
Very efficient language.
Wait, there's more.
and the angel said,
Well,
Now what?
They said, "Glory to God in the highest heaven, and on earth peace, goodwill among people." Come on, let's go to Bethlehem and see what all is about.
So they went with haste and found Mary and Joseph and the child lying in the manger. And the angel smiled down upon them and said,
Good job. Please rise in body and or spirit and join in singing 231, Angels We Have Heard on High. hearts full of love. Let's get all the children up here with us, all the angels and all of the animals. Does everyone remember? Do you remember your cues? Do you remember your cues? All right. Because we're all going to do all of them, the whole congregation. Ready?
The streets of Bethlehem, gathering in a big crowd in front of the stable. Some townspeople looked up at the star and said again, "It's so bright."
Whoops.
What's up with that? And the animals inside the stable were talking a mile a minute about the new baby and its beautiful laugh, but all Mary and Joseph heard was... We'll wait for, we're doing some costumes. And the shepherds were there too, with a host of angels hovering over them. And the angels said, and the newborn babe looked up at the people and the animals, and angels all gathered together on that cold night, and he made a quiet little sound. And the innkeeper leaned forward, and even though they knew the answer, they whispered with a heart full of love, "What's that noise?" What a happy ending. Let's give everyone a round of applause.
Please rise in body or spirit and join in singing hymn 245, Joy to the World.
One more time.
Please join me. You can sit. In reading in unison our words for extinguishing the chalice. We extinguish this chalice, but not the light of love and service. May it be a catalyst for spiritual growth and social justice as we carry it outside these walls to the world we live in until we are together again.
The world.
Return again in love.